Is it visible now?
Yes, Mataji.
Start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaya Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Yadavaya Nama Krishna Madhavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Govindaya Namaha Sri Krishna Hari Bol Gopala Hari Bol Radha Ramana Govinda Hari Bol Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Shri Shri Radha Govind ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Yes. Shall we start? Kritika?
Yes, Mataji.
Kritika, you can start now.
Chapter 18. Conclusion. The perfection of renunciation. Text 1. Sannyasasya mahabaho tattvamichhati veditum tyagasya cha rishikesha pruthak keshini shushdana. Translation. Arjuna said, O mighty Amban, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation, tyak, and of the renounced order of life, sannyasa, O killer of the Keshi demon, master of the senses. Hare Krishna.
So, again, in the final chapter, that is 18th chapter is nothing but a summary of all the chapters what we have learned till now. Okay. The Karma Yoga chapters, the Bhakti Yoga chapters, and all the Jnana Yoga chapters. So finally, Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna, okay, what is the purpose of renunciation? Is it and the renounce order of life? So please explain about this. The master of senses, that is Rishikesha, O killer of Keshi Daman, Lord Krishna. So Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna. Let's see how Bhagavan is responding to it. Yes, ma, Amit.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. Amit, Hare Krishna. Your voice is not audible.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
No, it is low.
Hare Krishna.
It is audible, but it is low.
Now is it clear, Mataji?
Yeah, it is clear now.
I am wearing headphone, so
no problem. Yeah, now it is Gita.
Okay. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, text 2. Kamanyang karmanang nyashyang sannyasangka baya viduhu sarvakarma phalatyagam rahustyagam vichakshanaha. Translation: the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the giving up of activities that are based on material desire is what great learned men call the renounced order of life sannyasa, and giving up the results of all activities is what the wise call renunciation, tyaga. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here Lord is responding to the questions asked by Arjuna. So giving up of activity based on material desire, like you want a home, you want a car, you want jewelry and all those things, you're giving up all those comforts in your life. That is said to be a renounced order of a life. That is sannyasa. The great sages and all, or the great king, after attain certain age and all, they give up everything, what all comforts they had over a period, and they go to the vanaprastha, that is a forest, and they try to live a very simple life. That is said to be a sannyasa state. That is willfully giving up all the material desire what you have possessed. Whereas you're giving up of result of all activities, that is called as a tyaga. Say suppose Amit has done some charity work for some organization, so you're not expecting anything out of that. So you're just done as a service towards Lord Krishna. So that is said to be a tyaga. Next.
Text 3. त्याज्यं दोषवदिते किं कर्म प्राहुर्मनीषिणः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यमिति चापरे. Translation: some learned men declare that all kinds of fruitive activities should be given up as faulty. Yet other sages maintain that acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance should never be abandoned. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So some learned men in the society, they say that all kind of fruitive activity should be given in general. The comforts and the results of your actions, everything. So yet other sages, they say, whatever the sacrifices we do, for the religious purpose or the charity and penances, that all those things should never be abandoned. Apart from that, you have to give up all the things which are giving you attachment in the material life. Because the sacrifice, charity, and penance are done as a service towards Krishna. Okay. Next.
Hare Krishna. Text 4. Nishchayang srinu me tatriya te gevara tashattam त्यागो हि पुरुष प्रग्रह त्रिविध संप्रकृततः. Translation: O best of the Bharatas, now hear my judgment about renunciation. O tiger among men, renunciation is declared in the scriptures to be of three kinds.
Yeah. Lord is saying to Arjuna, so just listen to my judgment about the renunciation. The renunciation is of three kinds. So Lord is going to explain that in detail next. Yes.
Text 5. यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञोदानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणः. Translation: acts of sacrifice, charity, and penance are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even the great souls. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So the charity for the right cause at the right place and to a right person, and sacrifice for the right cause at the right place for the right people, and penance, whatever we are doing as a service to the Krishna, definitely is going to purify even the great souls. That's what. These are the great things. These should never be given up. That's what Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna. Next.
Text 6. इतान्यापि तु कर्माणि संगं त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानि इति मे पार्थ निश्चितं मतमुत्तमम्. Translation: all these activities should be performed without attachment or any expectations of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty, O son of Pritha. That is my final opinion.
Yeah. Just a minute. Some urgent call. I'll just take. Yeah. Yeah. So Lord is saying to Arjuna, so whatever activities we are performing day in and day out, let it be like a student, as a teacher, or any other profession, whatever we have chosen, we should do it as a work. Say, suppose you are a student, you should do what result will I get if I study like this? Is it okay if I'm reading so many hours? Nothing like that. You have to be prepared what all syllabus is being given to you for the prescribed exams, prescribed exam, and you don't expect anything. Definitely, if your preparation is good and all, the result will be good, isn't it? Krishna will take care of it. So we just have to do as a matter of a duty, but we should not get entangled with the outcomes of that. Okay, so that is my final opinion. That's what Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna's question. Because if you remember in the first chapter, he will be analyzing the outcomes of the war, isn't it? Sometimes he will say, I will be the person who will kill all these people. What will happen to the families? The families will be abandoned, women will be abandoned, you'll have a religion, all those things, So he was expecting the results out of his action, which is not good. We have to do our work and we have to leave the result to the Lord. Next.
Text 7. नियतस्य तु संन्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागस्तामसः परिकीर्तितः. Translation. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. And whatever duty which has been given to us, definitely what Lord Krishna is saying is true. If you are a student and you're renouncing your, you're giving up your duty as a student, you're not studying, you're not writing well exams and all, definitely you'll fail, isn't it? So such type of activities is said to be an illusion. Okay. If anybody is doing like that, that is said to be in a mode of ignorance. We just have to do what is assigned to us. Yeah. Next.
Text 8. Dukhyamityava yatkarma kaya klesha bhayatyajat sha kritva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam labhet. Translation: anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So people who gives up the prescribed duties out of trouble or of fear, out of bodily discomfort, say suppose Arjuna is saying in the first chapter, I don't want to go for the war, I don't want to kill my own people. He's denying his duty as a Kshatriya, okay? Out of fear, out of compassion, or some people say, oh, it is so sunny and you have to undergo a lot of austerities if you go for the war and all those things. Such a sort of a mindset is said to be in the mode of a passion. So, which will never lead to renunciation. So, that's what Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna. Next.
Text 9. Karyamityeva yatkarma niyatam kriyate arjuna sangam tyaktva phalam chaiva sa tyagah satmiko mata. Translation. O Arjuna, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it ought to be done and renounces all material association and all attachment to the fruit, his renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So again, Lord saying to Arjuna, so if he is the one, he is doing a prescribed duty which is assigned to him, and he is renouncing all material association, which is all temporary, and he is not bothered about the result of its action also. So he is only concentrated doing the yajna. like the sages do for the good of the mankind. Such sort of a yajna is said to be in a mode of a goodness. Next.
Text 10. न देष्ट्य कुशलं कर्म कुशलेन अनुसज्यते त्यागी सत्य समाविष्ट मेधावी छिन्न संशयः. Translation: The intelligent renouncer situated in the mode of goodness, neither hateful of inauspicious work nor attached to auspicious work, has no doubt about work.
Yeah. So a person who is in the renounce order, he's not bothered about auspicious, inauspicious. He don't have any doubt, because whatever he is there in the mode of a goodness and he is doing as a duty towards the Lord. Yeah. Next.
Text 11. न हि देहभृता शक्यं त्यक्तुं कर्माण्यशेषतः यस्तु कर्मफलत्यागी स त्यागीत्यभिधीयते. Translation: It is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities, but he who renounces the fruits of action is called one who has truly renounced. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So it's very difficult. Saying is easy, but it is very difficult. Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna. But a person who can renounce the fruits of his action is really said to be in an elevated person. I'm saying, but it's not that easy, but you have to try to make it easy. That's what Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna.
Text 12. अनिष्टमिष्टं मिश्रं च त्रिविधं कर्म न फलं भवत्य त्यागिनां प्रत्य न तु सन्यासिनां क्वचित्. Translation: For one who is not renounced, the threefold fruits of action, desirable, undesirable, and mixed, accrue after death, but those who are in renounced order of life have no such result to suffer or enjoy. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So people who are not renounced, first still attached to the material activities, what all they are doing. So they have a three types of results, One is desirable results, and second is undesirable results, and third will be the mixed one. So these will accrue them, lead them to what exactly they will be in their next life. So, and such a people definitely have to suffer. Yeah. Next.
Text 13. Panchaitani Mahabaho Karinani Bodhami Sankhya Krutanti Proktani Siddhaye Sarva Karmana. Translation: O mighty armed Arjun, according to the Vedanta, there are 5 causes of the accomplishment of all actions. Now learn of this from me. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So here again, Lord is saying to Arjuna, so there are 5 causes. He is explaining there are 5 causes for the accomplishment of all the actions. So now Lord Krishna will explain in the coming verses. Next.
Text 14. अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता कारणं च पृथग्विधं विविधाश्च पृथक् चेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पंचमम्. The place of action, the body, the performer, the various senses, the many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. These are the 5 factors of action. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See the body, what we are possessing, and the various senses by which we are coming in contact with the material nature, and different kinds of results when we come in contact with these material natures. So all these things are the main 5 factors which are causing some action. Yeah. Next.
Text 15. Sharirvangano Virya कर्म प्रारभते नरः न्याय्यं वा विपरीतं वा पञ्चैते तस्य हेतवः. Translation: whatever right or wrong action a man performs by body, mind, or speech is caused by these five factors. Hare Krishna.
See, I think if you remember in the 16th chapter, we have spoken about the austerity of the mind, body, everything and all, you know. So all this comes under say, what will be there in what mode we will be, so will be our mind and so will be our actions and so will be our words. So, which are again, if all the five senses, including the mind, are engaged in the service of the Lord, so then we are said to be in the mode of a Shuddha Sattva Guna. So will be our action. But if all these are in a mode of a passion, then as we have discussed in a previous verse, it will be like that. And ignorant people, we need not explain about them. Yeah.
Text 16. Tatra evangshati kartar matmanam kevalam tujaha pashyatya kuta buddhitanna sa pashyati durmatihi. Translation: therefore, one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the five factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are.
Definitely, a person who thinks I am doing, he is definitely not intelligent person, said to be a fool. Yeah. Next.
Text 17. Yasya naham krito bhavo buddhi yasya na lipyate atvapi sa imalokan na hanti na nibadhyate. Translation: one who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill, nor he is bounded by his actions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This perfectly fits aptly to an example of a Kshatriya, you know. Once he's there in a war, he won't think what actions are results of the actions. So he will do what is prescribed for him, killing a man in the war and vanishing who are all the opposite army and all. But he will not incur any sins. At the same time, he is not bound by any of his actions. It is his duty. He said that is said to be a renounced order. Next.
Text 18. Jnanam parigyata trividha karma chodana karanam karma karteti trividha karma sangraha. Translation: knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower are the three factors that motivate action. The senses, the work, and the doer are the three constituents of action.
So what constitutes action? See, the five senses, as we have discussed, the mind and the particular work, and the material body. So these, with the help of a knowledge and the object of knowledge and the knower, so this will motivate to do such a action. Say suppose Arjuna, now he is there in the battlefield, you know. So all his senses are engaged, is doing the service of the Krishna, isn't it? And he has the knowledge of a Kshatriya, knowing about what exactly has to be done in the war field and all. So with that, he is doing as an action which is totally surrender on to the Lord. Next.
Text 19. Jnanam karma cha karta cha tridhaiva guna vedatah prochate guna sankhyane yatha vajranapanapi. Translation: according to the three different modes of material nature, there are three kinds of knowledge: action and performer of action. Now hear of them from me. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So there are three modes of material nature: Sattva, Raja, and Tamo Guna. Okay. And three kinds of action. What are those? Knowledge, action, and performer of action. So now Lord Krishna is saying, now I will explain you in detail. Please hear from me. Next.
Text 20. Sarvabhutesu yanakam bhavamabhyayamikshate अभिवक्तं विभक्तेषु तज्ज्ञानं विधिशात्तिकम्. Translation: that knowledge by which on undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities, through they are divided into innumerable forms, you should understand to be in the mode of goodness.
If you remember, I think in 7th chapter, we say Brahmane Gavihasini Sunicheva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. The learned person will see the super soul in all living entities. He will not see some people as a superior, some people as an inferior, because everything is an expanded form of a Lord, because the super soul is present in all the souls which are there. So such a person is said to be in the mode of a goodness, a learned man. Next.
Text 21. पृथक्त्वेन तु यज्ञानं भावान् पृथग्विधान् वेत्ति सर्वेषु भूतेषु तज्ज्ञानं विधिराजसम्. Translation: that knowledge by which one sees that in every different body there is a different type of living entity, you should understand to be in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, some people, they try to see like they differentiate as per the wealth they have, the beauty, the opulences they have, and such a person is said to be they say these people, this person has a lot of a wealth and she's very beautiful, and so this person has a lot of a knowledge. So all those things, who run behind all this material thing. So such a people are said to be in the mode of a passion. Next.
Text 22. Yattu kritasna bade kasmin karya satta mahaitukam atarthar padalpam cha tattamasha mudam hitam. Translation: and that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as the all in all, without knowledge of the truth, and which is very measured, is said to be in mode of darkness.
Yeah. So a person, who is attached to the work and he don't have any knowledge, and he expects the returns out of his work, and he can't differentiate what is good and bad action of that particular karma, what he is doing. So such a person is said to be in the mode of a ignorance or darkness.
Text 23. नियतं संगरहित रागद्वेषतः कृतम् अफलप्रेप्सुना कर्म यत्तत् सात्विकमुच्यते. Translation: that action which is regulated and which is performed without attachment, without love or hatred, and without desire of fruitive results is said to be in the mode of goodness. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, regulated one without any attachment, not no hatred or love towards it, and you're not expecting anything out of it. That is said to be in the mode of a goodness.
Text 24. Yattu kamepsu na karma sahankare va punaha kriyate bahulayasam tad rajasamudahitam. Translation: but action performed with great effort by one seeking to gratify his desires and enacted from a sense of false ego is called action in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So now that we have completed the knowledge, like what a person who is there in a mode of a goodness, passion, and ignorance, what knowledge they have. Now we are discussing about the actions, So as we have discussed about the mode of a goodness, now coming next to the people who are enact by a sense of false ego. So they try to identify with the factor I did and all. So such a people are said to be in the mode of a passion.
Text 25. Anubandham kshayam hinsam anapekshacha paurusham mohadarabhyate karma yatta tamasamuchyate. Translation. That action performed in illusion, in disregard of spiritual injunctions, and without concern of future knowledge, or for violence or distress caused to others, is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So people who are there in illusion, as we have discussed, and they don't follow any scriptural references or Vedic injunction. And they always indulge in the destruction mode. So such a people are said to be in the mode of ignorance.
Hare Krishna, text 26. Mukta Sangha Anahangpati Adhritat Samannitaha Siddhya Siddha Nirvikara Karta Satikya Uchyate. Translation: one who performs his duty without association with the modes of material nature, without false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, and without wavering in success or failure, is said to be a worker in the mode of goodness.
Yeah. So yeah. So person who is now he's free from lust, greed, and anger, and yeah, he does his duty with determination and enthusiasm, and he's not bothered about the success or the failure. So such a devotee is said to be in the mode of goodness.
Text 27. Ragi karma phala prepsur luptho hinsatmako shuchihi harsha shokanvita karta rajasah parikirtitah. Translation. The worker who is attached to work and the fruits of work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, and who is greedy, always envious, impure, and moved by joy and sorrow, is said to be in the mood of passion. Hare Krishna.
This we can take example of Dhritarashtra, who is greedy for the kingdom, always envious of Pandavas, and his thoughts are not pure. And he is always moved by any of the reaction, like a joy and sorrow. So such a person is said to be in the mode of a passion.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Text 28. Ajukto prakrita stabdha sarthana skritika alasaha visadi dirgha sutricha karta tamasha uchyate. Translation: the worker who is always engaged in work against the injunctions of the scripture, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose, and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance.
Yeah. Yeah. A person who is engaged in work, materialistic, obstinate, cheating, this who does destructive things to the society. So such a person is said to be in the mode of ignorance.
Text 29. Buddhirvedam dhriteshchaiva gunatastrividhim shrunu prochamanam asheshena prithakratvena dhananjaya. Translation. O winner of wealth, now please listen as I tell you in detail of the different kinds of understanding and determination according to the three modes of material nature. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So now Dhananjaya, that is, he is telling to Arjuna, Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna, now I'll tell you in detail about different kinds of understanding, and determination. So according to the three modes of material nature. Yeah. Next.
Text 30. Pravritrim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhayavaye bandham moksham cha ye vitti buddhi Shapartha Satviki. Translation: O son of Pritha, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, is in the mode of goodness.
Yeah. So he knows what is right, what is wrong, what is attachment, what is detachment. So he sees everything with an equal vision. So such a person is said to be in the mode of a goodness. Next.
Text 31. Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha ayatha prajanati buddhihi sa partha rajasi. Translation: O son of Pitha, that understanding which cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, between action that should be done and inaction that should not be done, is in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Similarly, a person who don't know what is religion, what is irreligion, who can't differentiate between what is right and what is wrong, and who cannot distinguish properly, such a person is said to be in the mode of a passion.
Text 32. Adharmam dharmamiti ya manyate tamashavrita sharvathan viparitaschang buddhi ya partha tamasi. Translation: that understanding of which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction of Pritha is the mode of ignorance.
Oh, Partha. Pritha means Kunti Devi. Partha means son of Kunti. Okay.
Sorry.
So a person सब उल्टा समझता है. He don't think anything to be right, he think for religion, irreligion, and he is always in the mode of a darkness, So always chooses the wrong path. I think this we can give an example of the terrorist who under the spell of a religion, they try to do all the antisocial thing. So such a thing is said to be in the mode of an ignorance.
Text 33. Dhrutyaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriyaha yogena vicharinya dhritihi sa partha satviki. Translation: O son of Pitha, that determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of mind, life, and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so here we can take example of Dhruv Maharaj, once he go to the forest with stead practice, steadfastness, and he is consistent in his practice, and at last Narayana will appear in front of him, and he will give what all he desires. So such a type of a yoga practice is said to be in the mode of a goodness. So we also have an example of Prahlad Maharaj also. Okay, next.
Hare Krishna. Text 34. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritva dharayeta varjan prasangena falakakshi dhriti shapartha rajashi. Translation: but the determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results is in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is the nature of passion, O Arjuna.
Yeah. So people who always identify by religion and economic development and the nation-wise, all those things, my country, my place, my religion, my people, my caste, and all those things. Such a people are said to be in the mode of a passion. Next. We'll read till 40. Okay, 40 slokas.
Okay. Text 35. Yaya svapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madameva cha na vimuchyati durmedha Dritihi sa partha tamasi. Translation: and that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion. Such unintelligent determination, O son of Pitha, is in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So people lament over the things which are temporary and they are fearful, anxiety, depression, and so they don't have a thorough knowledge about this thing. So always fearful. So they take up the path of a wrong side, which are destructive and antisocial, which are not acceptable to the society. That are said to be in the mode of a darkness.
Text 36. Shikhang tidaning trividhang shrinu me bharatasrabha abhyasadara mate yatra dukkhantang cha nigacchati. Translation: O best of the Bharatas, now please hear from me about the three kinds of happiness by which the conditioned soul enjoys and by which he sometimes comes to the end of all distress.
So now Lord is saying to Arjuna, listen, like what type of happiness can liberate a conditioned soul and put an end to all your yeah, distressful situations in your life. Okay, next.
Text 37. Yat Yattat agre visham eva pariname amritopamam tat sukham satikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam. Translation: that which in the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end it's just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization, is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Like amla, it will be very sour in the beginning, but at the end it will be very sweet. If any one of you have experienced this, isn't it? Similarly, the actions which we do in the mode of a goodness may be hard in the beginning, very difficult in the beginning, but the end results are very, very good.
Text 38. Visayandriya Sangjagat Yattadagriyam Vitapamam Pariname Vishamiba Tatsukham Rajasang Sritam. Translation: that happiness which is derived from contact of the senses with their objects and which appears like nectar at first but with poison at the end is said to be of the nature of passion.
They say no, शहद के साथ तलवार या जो भी है. So, it will be sweet in the beginning, but later it will emit only the poison. So talwar can never do justice, it is just sweetening you in the beginning, but it will automatically take you away from the righteous path or many other effects of it. Yeah. Next.
Text 39. Yat agre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanam atmanah nidralasya pramadotham tamas. Translation: and that happiness which is blind to self-realization, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion, is said to be of the nature of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Somebody is, if you ask them to get up by Mangalarti, they say, no, I can't come to the temple. No, they will not. And they will neither do it home and neither they come to the temple and they say, what Bhagavad Gita and all. Are we so old enough to read Bhagavad Gita and all? This is not for me. So they will tell all lame excuses for the righteous deeds. Such a people are said to be in the mode of ignorance.
Text 40. Na tadasti prithibingba divi devesu va punaha shatang prakriti jay muktam yadevi shata triviguna. Translation: there is no being existing either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary systems which in the freed form these three modes born of material nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So not only on this planet Earth, you take the above planets also. Janaloka, Tapaloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, any of the planet or below planets, everybody is bound with these material nature, and they interact with the three modes, It's not limited only to the earth. That's what Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna. Okay. Any doubts till now?
No, Mataji.
I think from 41 onwards, 41 to 78, we'll try to complete on Sunday. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you, participants, for your active participation. See you on Sunday, 8 p.m. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Kritika, your admission has been done?
No, Mataji, not yet. I am trying for BA in this.
Okay, not MBBS.
No, actually, I have got low score, so I don't think I got admitted in for MBBS. So I'm trying for BA.
That is also equally good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Amit, when are you planning? Did you book your tickets?
No, Mataji, there is a problem.
Huh?
There is a problem.
Okay.
I admitted the PG section and the document verification in this month. So I don't think this month is safe for me to go.
Okay. What document verification?
Document verification type UG results.
Okay. Which course you are pursuing, ma?
Yeah, PG English, Mataji. Masters.
Acha, Masters, MA English.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, okay. Fine, fine. Okay, then, fine.
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. See you all at Sunday at 8 p.m.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.